And now we have started.
All right, go ahead and do the intro.
All right, welcome
Merry
to
Christmas,
the Brooks.
Brooks. Merry Christmas.
Oh, you got me a Dragon Ball.
Yeah, I got you the 2-star Dragon Ball
You
because
got-
there's 2 of us for 100 years. I want you to know how difficult it was to keep that in my pocket this whole time and not give it to you.
Oh my God, listeners, this is a very high quality Dragon Ball.
Yeah,
Where are the other 6?
look, I have to give them each to all of the boys.
Okay, so
all
that
the boys are getting a
so
Dragon
that
Ball.
that
God.
Frieza can't get it.
Yeah, so because each of us protect the Dragon Ball. I myself have the 7-star one, so I remember how many Dragon Balls are there again? Oh right, okay.
Oh yeah, there's 7.
I gotta collect all other 6.
Yeah.
So in 10 years, I'm going to kill you to bring you back to life, so we can 1, continue 100 years, and 2, I can get my wish of immortality.
Is this Are these Dragon Balls like late series or early series? Because late series we get 2 wishes.
Ooh. I'm gonna say currents. They're Dragon Ball Super Dragon Balls. So
yeah.
yeah, we get our 2 wishes.
Nice.
As long as it's not a super overpowered wish.
All right. Yeah, because it's less powerful because it's got 2 of them. But thank you.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you so
You're
much.
welcome, Brooks. I figured you'd appreciate it. 'Cause look,
Oh.
you see, it's glass or acrylic, whatever that shit is. Yeah, you see?
Yeah.
It can be used
Oh
for
no.
a lot of things,
Oh no.
Brooks.
No.
I gave you a present, now give me mine. Give me mine, Brooks.
No.
Yes.
Now. Welcome to the Brooks and Zach 100 Years podcast. I'm Brooks.
And I gave you a Dragon Ball.
Yeah, and that's Zach. And here on this podcast, we talk about any pop culture things that we want to talk about.
Like
you know?
video games.
Like video games, like today is going to be all about video games. Or is it all about TV? We don't know.
But, we'll find out when the
We
time
will
gets
find
there.
out. I'm genuinely appreciative of this gift. Thank you.
That's why I asked if you had a baseball holder, because it's the size of a baseball. And
Oh,
I don't know
that's why that was.
Yeah.
I'm like,
What the fuck?
I'm
is he
like, what does
asking
that even mean? Like a T-ball thing, or?
No, because as soon as I had all the Dragon Balls together, they like fit in a nice pillow thing.
Right.
Like that, it came in a box that had a pillow, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." And then I took one out. I'm like, "Where the fuck am I gonna put a single Dragon Ball?" Well, that's part of the ingeniousness.
I'll find a place for it.
Yeah.
I mean, like in my room, I have at least 1 baseball signed by Brooks Robinson
And
on a
this
shelf somewhere.
tops it.
Oh, much to the chagrin of my father. Yes, it does.
Your dad is just so disappointed in you.
Listeners, if you couldn't figure out why I'm named Brooks, then now you know, and now you
That's
know why.
why?
Yeah, now you know why my father is so disappointed in me.
Oh Jesus, I'd be disappointed in you too if you were if I was named after like some sports guy.
Yeah.
What the fuck was I named after?
I don't know.
My parents were just like, what's a good name? We like Zach. I'm like, Goo. And like,
Does your name have any meaning behind it?
it's Hebrew for no, it doesn't. My dad's just like, that name sounds cool. Let's do this name.
It's just like, I remember my family went to this thing. I don't know what it was, but somehow they found a place that like tells you what your name's background means and what its meaning is.
Right.
Apparently, the name Brooks means like intelligent and attractive. And I'm just like, I don't believe you. You guys are making this up.
And then you looked it up, and it said ugly and horrible.
It's
And
just
you're like,
like-
well, there we go. They were making it up.
It's like
Mystery
you
solved.
go on a website and it's just like, find out what your name means, and you look up Brooks and the description is *deep sigh *, and that's it. Hang on. Blah blah blah. Somebody sent it to me. Yeah, here it is.
That's your. Oh, where is that place? That's kind of cool.
I don't know, but they found Brooks, and apparently it's Old English for good-looking, intelligent.
And of course, Chachi is a name for.
Cherik.
Oh, Cherik, that's what it is.
Yeah, and Dapdaz.
Dapdaz? Too bad
No,
we can't
or
read
is it Dapdaz or Daptudaz?
Daptudaz?
Daptudaz.
Alright, well now I know what I'm naming my kid in the future.
Daptudaz.
Daptudaz.
Daptudaz, the first 100 years baby.
Wait, does that mean we're making the baby?
Uh,
Together?
It doesn't matter. It just needs to be born within the span of this 100 years.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah.
Remember how we said we talk about pop culture and video game references?
Oh, yeah.
And then we just talked about our names for the past 5 minutes?
it's, opening anecdote, man. We gotta hook them in.
Hook them in
We
with
gotta hook them in. Speaking of hooking people in, have you seen Batman v Superman trailer?
No, but I've heard a lot of people have been talking about it. Good things or bad things?
My quick thing is, I'm still very much looking forward to the movie. I'm one of the few people who liked Man of Steel, but that was on a repeat viewing. On the first viewing, I really didn't like it.
Never saw it.
We talked about it, like I mentioned that on the episode with Yaskovich and Matt.
Yeah, Yaskovich and Matt.
Yeah, I told him how on a repeat viewing, I actually liked Man of Steel a lot more.
And then he was like, fuck you.
No, he was more like, I like Zack Snyder and Christopher Nolan. I'll check it out again.
What other news is there?
I was just asking you if you saw it because
Oh, no.
talking about the trailer, I was underwhelmed with it.
Really?
It was kind of like, okay,
this is cookie cutter. Oh,
yeah,
brooding city.
It's one of those reveal the entire plot trailer.
Ugh.
Yeah. So,
like
do you
those.
care about the movie?
Not at all.
Okay, so
And the listeners don't because they're listening to the podcast.
okay, so if you don't want to know anything about Batman v Superman going in, then don't watch the trailer and don't listen to this. Just skip ahead maybe a minute or two. But
that means you, Leho.
Yeah, Leho.
Come on, we know you're better than that.
Yeah.
All right.
You don't care.
Yeah.
Yeah. So apparently they're gonna be doing Doomsday, and everything, and he looks like a troll from Lord of the Rings, and it's weird.
Okay.
And then evidence shows Wonder Woman's just gonna show up at the end for no reason, and all that, and that Lex Luthor's gonna probably be annoying. Yeah, he's like Jesse Eisenberg is playing him.
I do like Jesse Eisenberg as an actor, though. I think he's all right.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think it's pretty all right too. But like the trailer was okay. The stuff where they fought seemed kind of cool. But
speaking of movies, did you hear of The Bad Batch, starring Keanu Reeves, Jim Carrey, some other people?
Okay, so divulge a bit. For a second, I was just like, what? Because Bad Batch was the name of an unproduced storyline in Star Wars The Clone Wars.
Oh.
And I'm like, they made Bad Batch? I'm like, okay.
No, with this, it's about like it's like a post-apocalyptic dystopian, 5 people are cannibals living together or something like that.
Uh-huh.
And it's a serious Jim Carrey movie.
Mm-hmm.
And if you remember, the last serious one was, I think, Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind?
I thought it was number 23.
I liked both of those. I mean, I know number 23 got like really bad.
I don't think I've seen either, actually, which is surprising because I really want to see Eternal Sunshine.
You really should. It's a really, like, because you're like, haha, where's the joke, Jim Carrey? Where's the...
I know.
Oh, no.
I really like Charlie Kaufman is his name. He is a writer, and he wrote Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
Okay.
That, along with being John Malkovich, and what was the other one? Adaptation, where there were 2 Nick Cages who were playing Charlie Kaufman.
Okay.
And yeah, he's really weird, and he has a new movie coming out called Anomalisa, and it looks really cool. It's made by the people who animate Rick and Morty.
Oh, all right.
It's like a stop motion thing.
Oh, speaking of things that are animated, Samurai Jack is coming back.
That
in
was
2016.
that was gonna be one of my later pieces of newses, but we can
Oh my God, Samurai Jack! I can't tell you. Like, I watched every single episode with my dad of Samurai Jack, and the way it ended was when he was fighting the big blue guy, the big blue Hulk. Do you remember him?
Yeah.
Do you?
Well, I've seen I think almost all of Samurai Jack. It's just been so long since I've done so.
I think but it was just such a great fight and everything like that. I think I talked about it before, but oh man,
because I know the story was like continued, and I think even finished in the comics and everything.
I don't think it was.
Was it? Because I remember seeing an ad be like, "Hey, the final chapter of the comics is coming out. It's gonna tell the ending of the Jack story."
I don't remember. I'll look it up later,
but it's really cool that it's coming out, and it's coming out on Adult Swim too. Mm-hmm. So maybe he won't be fighting as many robots as he has in the past, because robots are their excuse to show a lot of gore and everything.
It was still super awesome.
Yeah, I know. It'll be awesome either way.
Fighting with, like, Leonidas and everything like that. Yeah. That was cool.
Oh, I love that episode.
Spartans, and you're like, Samurai,
Samurai.
Samurai.
But, yeah, and, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but Jenny Tartakovsky, the guy who created it, is coming back to showrun it and everything. So... yeah, that was it. That was the cover.
Oh, that's the cover of the ending.
It's super blurry, but the clearer one is cooler.
Oh, where is this the one? Wow, that's even blurrier, kind of.
Yeah.
Dang it. I'll
Yeah,
find
okay.
it.
But anyway, yeah, that was gonna be one of my later pieces of news. But you brought it up, so that's cool. So, Batman v Superman, I can get rid of the Samurai Jack.
Alright, well,
one.
I'm actually going to put that on my Christmas list, too. The Samurai Jack comics.
Yeah, yeah.
Samurai Jack.
So, Ant-Man and the Wasp, director Payne Reed wants to make the sequel much weirder.
What does he mean much weirder?
He would like, he just said much weirder. He would like to keep what's true about the characters and what people really liked, but, kind of have it be more of an out there kind of movie.
Oh, okay.
And all that. I think what he means is probably make it more comic booky.
Alright.
And everything, and I wouldn't mind that because I like comic books.
I really liked Ant-Man a lot. I loved how it had, like, that Scott Pilgrim feel to
Yeah,
it.
well, yeah, because
Whatever.
it was originally directed by the guy who directed Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, exactly.
And then they
That's
brought
what I
in the guy who directed Bring It On.
Yeah, because, I don't know, it's just that,
I feel like me personally, I also really liked it. I liked it, probably more than most people. But I thought like the Edgar Wright stuff would probably be better. Like everyone says that, but like if he had directed, it'd probably be a much better
I just really
movie.
like those scenes where like it's a really touching moment that doesn't really happen in normal life, and then you just have Ant-Man who's just like, "Hey, that's really cool. You guys are breaking some ground," and like because he's trying to break the ice as a normal person would, and they're
Right.
like, "What the fuck?" And he's like, "Ooh, I'll just get going."
Yeah, like I enjoyed that scene, and I really like that scene, and I really like the movie. It's like as a whole, but I feel like if it had been a bit like more standout-ish, then
Yeah.
I thought it would have been better. I did think it was kind of generic.
It was a little bit,
So-
but that's Marvel's been doing that.
Yeah, yeah, it's the Marvel formula, and like occasionally we get a Captain America movie or Guardians of the Galaxy that breaks the mold and everything. It'll be interesting to see that this thing be weirder. And they've started bringing back directors too.
Really?
Like Payne Reed is like going to be directing the sequel too.
Cool.
So, like that's interesting because it used to be that pretty much the only one who came back was Joss Whedon for Avengers 2. But now he's out, and then the Russo brothers are coming back for Civil War. And it's going to be great. It's going to be cool. So, Steam. You can now delete unwanted games from your Steam library permanently.
What?
Yeah.
Why would you want to do that?
I don't know. It just says that they can. And it's just like you go through the help menu, Steam support games, and then you click, I want to permanently remove this game from my account. And then notes that you should uninstall the game before removing the game from your library, or else you'll have to dig through the depths of your computer to delete the files.
Huh.
So, you won't get a refund for deleting your game, so this option mostly makes sense for users who want to clear out games they're sure they'll never play, while others might not mind a supersized library.
Yeah, I mean, even if, as long as the games aren't installed, I mean, how much data does it take up?
Probably not much.
Exactly.
Yeah, so I don't really see the point.
Yeah.
Black Panther, Creed's Ryan Coogler in talks to direct the Marvel movie, which is pretty awesome because he's a really good director.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he directed Creed, which I really want to see. Then he directed, his first movie was this movie called Fruitvale Station,
Okay.
which was really good. And it was, it also had Michael B. Jordan in it. So it'll be cool to see him directing Black Panther because Black Panther's an awesome character.
I really hope they're not hearing the Brooks and Zach office door open and shut with the jingle jangles.
Don't worry, that's just the people on the next floor up. It's just
But
like,
one on the penthouse.
I know.
What the fuck?
Dun dun dun. X-Files theme song.
Damn it, Brooks. Every week.
Speaking of which,
No.
Invader Zim.
Oh, sweet. What about it?
Invader Sim's Johan Vasquez, I believe he's the creator, on video game parodies and what's next for Zim. So he's talking about some stuff, and he's promoting the new Invader Zim comic that's
Okay.
coming out. That's promoting the continuation of the story.
Didn't know that. Didn't
And
know that's a
everything.
thing. All right.
Yeah, it's a revival of the
F. Revival of Frieza. Fukatsu no Efuru.
lean over and I take the Dragon Ball. I wish Dragon Ball. I whisper in its ear. I'm like, Dragon Ball, I need you to kill Zack. I need you.
Your wish has been granted.
And the Dragon Ball just flies out goes
Oh,
to your
I was just
throat.
gonna say, I need you to kill Zack, and then you cram it into my mouth and force it down my
Yeah.
throat.
Yeah, like that. So now it is the Brooks and Corpse 100 Years podcast. Oh, there he is.
Alright, so what was the next?
Okay, so yeah, he's promoting the comic book that's coming out, and like Invader Zim, it's Hen Stands this week, number 5. And it's offering a new adventure focused on Dib and his militant sister Gaz. Yeah, and it's crammed with video game parodies. And basically, it's an interview with him talking about, hey, can the series come back? And he's like, maybe. You never know.
Who knows?
I mean,
I don't.
Samurai Jack's coming back.
Yeah, Jack is back.
Jack is back.
Oh, God, I can't wait.
So, Konami bans Metal Gear Solid 5 creator Hideo Kojima from the Game Awards.
Aw, but
Yeah,
he's great.
Did you hear about that?
I heard that the PlayStation Experience is happening right now. Isn't
Really?
that something, like, pretty much Sony is just like, hey, here's all the games upcoming in the next year. Check all this shit out. And
Okay, I'll have to check that out later, because I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But,
I think it's happening later today, so we couldn't cover it until later anyway.
okay. So, yeah, I heard about this yesterday. But Konami bans Metal Gear Solid. Yeah, he banned. Basically, Metal Gear Solid 5 won Best Action Adventure, I believe, at the Video Game Awards.
Okay.
And Hideo Kojima could not accept the award because he couldn't be there because Konami banned him from going. So, and then they literally booed at Konami and everything. The audience booed Konami. And basically, if people didn't hate the entire company like before, they certainly do now. They hate them now.
What? You would think that Konami would come out with something to say, look, X, Y, and Z, but they're not. So that's making people go, oh, they kicked him out because why?
Yeah, no one understands. Konami, Hideo Kojima is pretty much the only reason you're still a company. So
why doesn't he just make Hideo Kojima Studios?
I think he might have like a Kojima Studios, but it's like tied up with like Konami and everything, and that complicates things.
Then just make a new studio.
Right, because like with the success of Metal Gear Solid and how he's still like very like heavily involved in the series and still successful.
Okay.
Like I can't really imagine that people wouldn't be like, "Hey, we have faith in you to make a good game. Why don't you come over here to this publishing thing instead of Konami, because they're a bunch of dicks." So, yeah, hopefully Kojima finds a better company than Konami and we can still get games from him, because I'm still upset about Silent Hills getting canceled.
PT? Yeah. Playable trailer.
Yeah, that looked really cool. And
scary.
They took it off the PlayStation Store before I got my PlayStation 4, so I never got a chance to play it.
Ooh. Would you play it? You don't seem like a guy who plays scary games.
Well, it's the same thing with scary movies, where I don't really like them that much, but if they're really good, then I do like them.
Oh, okay.
It's like, I'm not a fan of scary movies, but I am a big fan of The Shining and Alien.
Oh, alright.
So, it's that kind of stuff. I believe games would apply the same way, and PT looked really cool. So, I'm upset about that. It also had Guillermo del Toro, and I really like him too. And because it got canceled, he's decided to never make a video game, because 2 of his video game projects have been canceled.
Oh.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, Guillermo.
Poor guy.
Yeah. A lot of his movie stuff gets canceled too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hellboy 3.
Oh, man. At least he's not that one guy, Uwe Boll, or whatever that guy's name
Oh, yeah.
who makes all the video game adaptations of movies, and
Well,
they all bomb.
The thing is, Guillermo del Toro is actually a talented filmmaker.
That's true.
Uwe Boll is just an asshole.
He is. And he's like, give me your money and I'll make a game. I don't know what accent he has.
He was the guy who's just like, the reason he kept making movies is because there was some kind of Mel Brooks's producers-esque loophole in German law and German tax law where he could make bombs and still make money off of them and everything. And they were all always terrible. And whenever, like, a few times a critic would be like, hey, this movie's terrible. And he's just like, hey, I'm gonna beat you up. And then they had a boxing match to prove that he's a lot stronger than his critics. And he beat them up.
That
yes,
was a thing?
That is a real thing that happened.
What the fuck? That's messed up.
But the best thing is, here's the best part. And now, the Brooks and Zach podcast is not, we don't hope for the failures of people in their respective fields.
Except for Uwe Boll.
Well, yeah. I mean, most people, they just like trying to get by and make money, but Uwe Boll seems like an asshole, so we don't care. They changed the tax laws, so now he can't get movies funded,
That's
and he
awesome.
starts Kickstarters, and nobody backs them.
And then he gets mad at
And
everybody.
then he gets mad and records videos like calling out people on it, and it's just like, that is amusing.
That's what happens when a middle school bully grows up, and then he realizes that, he's nowhere in life.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Don't touch me. I'll touch you, Brooks. Is
No,
that what you want?
no,
Is that what you want? You want my corn up
Bad
on my
touch,
horse?
bad
Ah,
touch.
Brooks, I'm gonna horse
the
corn you.
table's
I'm
shaking.
gonna horse your corn, Brooks. Anyway, so
Listeners, know that about a second after that started, I backed away, and then Zach started making the noises on his own with the beating the table and everything, and I was not involved. That was a close one. I'll need some kind of audio cue for when the horse eats corn happens, because to make it more interesting for the listeners.
Oh, okay.
I'm thinking Mozart's Requiem. The one that.
Oh God, I laughed into it. Oh, that's very loud. Do you see how loud that laugh was?
Yeah, but it's fine.
Okay.
But the opening scene of X2 X-Men United with Nightcrawler in the White House.
Can you hum it?
Da, da. No, that's not it. Fuck, I can't remember it.
What's it called?
I know it.
I'm gonna Google it.
Mozart's Requiem. Da 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 da. No, that's not it.
Mozart's Requiem?
Yeah.
Okay, look up the next news while I do this.
Okay. So, Psychonauts 2 was announced at the Video Game Awards.
Yeah, I heard about that.
But rather than that, I think it's the crowdfunding thing for Psychonauts 2. I'm like, I don't know if Double Fine's really good with money because of some of their past stuff. With like the last one they did, they went over budget even though they got like a bunch of like stuff.
Really?
A bunch of money. Apparently. That's what I heard. I don't know if that's backed up by anything, but they did like take a while to come out with the game and everything. So I know that's true.
Is it the hour-long Requiem in D minor?
It should be this one.
Okay. Whenever it loads, I'm gonna try.
It's like da 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 da. Like I can't.
You're
I'm
tone
not.
deaf.
I am tone deaf.
That's the
I
problem.
really wish I wasn't, but I am tone deaf.
All right, I'll just leave it here. If it loads up, we'll hear it. If not, oh well.
All right. So yeah, Psychonauts 2. But a different game was announced that I'm much more excited for, even though Psychonauts 1 was really great. I am looking forward to the sequel.
Never played Psychonauts. Well, I played a little bit of it, but I was like, this is like one of those Banjo-Kazoozies.
And I love those types of games.
I don't.
Really?
I'm really not a fan of those.
Really?
Because when I play a game, I either want a game where it's like, hey, you're at point A, get to point B. There's some things that you can do, but, there's not, like, that much collectopedia stuff that you need to do, so...
But it's an adventure!
Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. Like, I'll be going to point B in Psychonauts, and I'll go, fuck, all the way up on that mountain's a collectible puzzle piece or whatever, and I'm just like, fuck, I need to go get it, or else I'm gonna forget, so I need to go there.
It's funny because, I'm sort of the same way, where I don't really like collectibles. I don't really focus on collectibles when I play a game, but I still like that kind of genre, mainly because of the games that I played within it, which were not Banjo-Kazooie, which were not Conquer, which were not that type of thing, but actually the SpongeBob games. Battle for Bikini. Look, listen. I was a child. Battle for Bikini Bottom.
A child.
Look, yes, but still. It had much more of a point A to point B type progression because you had to progress through the levels and everything. Mm-hmm. And then you didn't, you could collect some things, but the main things you had to collect to progress, you got as you went along. You didn't really have to, specially seek it out or anything. And that's what I really liked. And then the next one, the one based off the movie, is, even more so a progression because it's like the trip that they went on and everything. And then all the other ones were alright. So, and then Sly Cooper was another one.
Is this it?
You're gonna hear it in a second, yeah.
Okay.
So, we'll pause right here.
Yeah.
Okay, so, yeah, we had a bit of a divulge and so edit around that. But, next piece of news. the game that I'm much more excited for than Psychonauts 2. Sorry, Psychonauts 2. But,
Leho doesn't like Psychonauts, we know that.
oh, Leho.
No, he never played the first one.
Oh, Leho.
Oh.
But anyway, Telltale reveals Batman game. Batman by Telltale.
I didn't play the last 2 Telltale games, so... Or 3.
You did. Wolf Among Us.
That wasn't one of their last 2. They made Minecraft, they made Borderlands, and then they made
Oh, yeah.
Game of Thrones.
I've been playing Game of Thrones, Walking Dead, and Wolf Among Us, and I'm like, Telltale is one of my favorite gaming companies, and now they're making Batman. So I'm like, yes! Yes! Yes!
Brooks, you're getting a hunch.
Yes!
Oh, Christ!
Yes!
He's transforming! Brooks, stop it!
Yes!
Oh.
Okay, so that was a very visual joke, and a lot of the listeners will not get it. But,
We tend to make a lot of visual jokes.
Yeah,
Eventually
we
we'll get
seem
a
to
camera, and we'll just make an actual visual podcast.
yeah, we seem to forget what medium we're making things for.
Yes.
But yeah, they revealed, there was a teaser trailer, and I watched it, and I'm like, oh, that's so cool. That's so cool. I'm like, I want it now. I can't wait for that season of stuff. So that's gonna be good.
Had to hold back a yawn.
Okay. So, Quentin Tarantino hints that his next project may be Elmore Leonard TV miniseries. Now, Elmore Leonard, I believe, is the author who writes these different books. He wrote the book that Jackie Brown was based off of. And Jackie Brown was Quentin Tarantino's 3rd movie.
Oh, I
Yeah.
never saw that one, I think.
Me neither. I need to see that. Because at first, when it first came out, people were just like, oh, we don't like this. But in recent times, they're just like, this is actually really good.
What was
because
his first
Tarantino.
movie?
Reservoir Dogs.
What was the second?
Pulp Fiction.
And we just skipped the fucking 3rd and went to the 4th? What was the 4th one?
Kill Bill.
Really? We just didn't see that one? What? Movie night. We need to see that.
All right. Did you literally not see Jackie Brown? You haven't seen that?
No.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, like I haven't seen it, but I at least knew it existed.
I didn't know it
I mean,
existed.
and I can't believe I haven't seen it because I've even seen Death Proof, which is not a very good movie, but it's
I don't think I've seen that one either.
it's the one when he did the Grindhouse thing with Robert Rodriguez.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, and he had the Kurt Russell in the car.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to Hateful Eight.
Hateful Eight looks... Oh, Sinful Six. No, not Sinful Six.
Ridiculous Six.
Ridiculous Six. Oh, boy, that one's coming out, and I saw a trailer for it.
Oh, boy.
Oh, God, look at how gross
Sometimes I can't really discern if I'm supposed to be the silly one or if you're supposed to be the silly one.
Look, how about we're both... well, I'm the attractive one.
Okay, that's fair. So yeah, he may be doing what a lot of directors are doing and moving to television. So
That's smart. I mean, it's a more profitable business. Or more job secure. You know.
I don't know. Yeah. Game of Thrones season 6 teaser. Speaking of television.
Ooh.
Yeah, have you seen it?
No.
It's not much. It's basically announcing, hey, we're making it, but it's old footage, like just a few clips with Bran doing a new talking bit over it, and he's just like, essentially saying a bunch of shit's gonna go down and all that.
Bunch of shit's about to happen.
Yeah,
White
because he
Walkers.
basically says, he's like, yeah, no one in Westeros is prepared for this.
Oh shit.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. We're about to get dead. We're about to get dead in here.
Yeah.
Oh.
Take off your knives out of your Jon Snows. Spoiler alert for the end of season 5. There were a lot of knives in Jon Snow by the end of it.
Oh, I'm sad now. Okay, so is something about Indiana Jones?
Indiana Jones, Steven Spielberg says no one will replace Harrison Ford. I'm like,
Please
damn it.
Please
I want a Chris Pratt.
It would have been good. I mean, Harrison Ford's a great actor.
Yeah,
He's
Harrison
old now.
Ford is a great actor, and Steven Spielberg is still a great director. I saw Bridge of Spies a few weeks ago with Yaskovich. It was really good. It was super slow, but it's like one of those like good slow movies where you're just like, yeah, this is really good.
Okay.
So, and then Tintin was a really great movie and probably the best Indiana Jones movie since the 3rd one. So, it's just that I don't think they're a good combo anymore. I think Harrison Ford is too old. You know, they should do a James Bond and just switch him out.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah. And like, you don't have to make a big deal out of it. You don't have to make him his son and try to pass it on. Just, He's Indiana Jones in the 30s fighting Nazis. It's just a different actor.
Yeah.
We've had James Bond since the 60s. We can accept different people playing different parts.
And then you look at the Doctor and Doctor Who.
Yeah, and that's done that too.
Yeah, but a lot of people get pissed each transformation, but then they slowly warm up to him, and that's how it always works.
It's
people
a
hate
cycle.
change, and then, is that Kingdom Hearts? What about Kingdom Hearts?
Oh, it's nothing like coming out, but it said there was
What about Brooks? I need the news of Kingdom Hearts.
when Kingdom Hearts first came out, there was going to be an animated series based off of it. And I remember hearing about this, and I think they even have like an animatic version of like the pilot
Yeah.
and everything. And they were thinking of they were teasing it back in 2002, and they brought on this guy to direct the pilot, and he played the game, and then he
made his own spin on it.
yeah, he made that was the reason it got canceled, is because he made its own spin, and it was just like, the story is probably going to divulge from where the games go.
And
so
they didn't want any confusion between the series that they were going to make and the actual game
Yeah,
series itself.
but I haven't seen.
I saw Did You Know Gaming?
Oh yeah. I saw that too.
Don't follow me, Brooks. Don't follow
I want to see the animatic of the pilot though.
me. So do I.
Yeah, so that looks cool. So, and other Kingdom Hearts cancel stuff had a Star Wars thing, so I'm like, oh, neat.
Oh, hey, look at that.
Look at that. But anyway, yeah. So, yeah, Square Enix is currently at work on Kingdom Hearts 3, which is slated for release on both Xbox One and PlayStation 4.
Both of them?
Yeah. While the game's launch window has already been decided internally, Square is yet to share its release plans with the public.
Damn you, Square.
Cross fingers, Star Wars Marvel, Indiana Jones, Star Wars. Imagine an Indiana Jones level.
No. I mean, I'll imagine that, sure, but the thing that always drove me home and, like, completely shattered me in the Kingdom Hearts series was the stage Hollow Bastion, which was in the first zone. That was the first non-Disney level you went to, and you're like, oh shit, what is everything
Was
here?
that in Kingdom Hearts 2?
It was in Kingdom Hearts 1.
Oh, okay.
And Kingdom Hearts 2. It was the,
the hub world. I thought
world.
you meant the one city with the Roxas.
That was the Traverse Town? Twilight Town?
No, Traverse Town is the name of the hub world. And you're thinking, I think Hollow Point is the name of the
Hollow Bastion.
Hollow Bastion.
That's
I think
not Roxas's place.
That's not?
No,
I thought it was.
Because where Roxas was originally was just a computer simulation
Well,
of an actual town.
God, Kingdom Hearts
Christ.
is dumb.
No, it's not. It's just very complex. It's Square Enix. Final Fantasy is always so crazy, and you're like, what the fuck is happening? And
Look,
that's
I love
exactly-
the games. I love Kingdom Hearts. It's just dumb.
It's very convoluted, yes, but I love it nonetheless, and I cry every single time I play it, and I get to a certain part, and I'm like, got it memorized?
then Sora's just like, wait, what? What? Sorry, I forgot. Could you repeat
couldn't
that?
hear you. My ears.
And then the other guy's just like dead, and then you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, but then he comes back at the end credits of 3D Dream Drop Distance, and he's like, sup, the name's Lee, and then he brings out a fire keyblade, and you're like, what the fuck is happening? He's like, got it memorized, and then it cuts off right there, and you're like, when's Kingdom Hearts 3 coming out?
I don't know. It's sometime they've decided it, but
Oh god.
So anyway,
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was going to be a TV series based on Kingdom Hearts, which I always thought they were going to make, but it never got made. And spinning off of that, what's our topic for today?
Oh, well, if you saw the title.
Oh, yeah. You see, Zach and I and many of our friends play this game called Smite.
Smite.
It's a MOBA game
We
starring
talked about before.
Yeah, we talked about it before. It stars all the gods of different mythologies, and we're just like, man.
Religions and mythologies.
Yeah.
I don't want to offend anybody there.
Oh, yeah,
But
don't-
everything is fake. There is no God.
But anyway, so we thought, wow, these are a lot of really cool characters interacting with each other, but what is the context for the battles?
How would we make battles happen?
Yeah, because there really is no story to Smite. So
it's
we're just like, what
battleground of the gods.
what if there was a story? And we're just like, what if there was a TV show?
Dun, 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 and then it cuts to the Lucky Star opening, which you don't know.
I
but
don't
maybe
know that. I don't know what that is.
It's like 4 high school girls, like super chibi, moe,
Okay.
really pedophile looking. Kawaii, and they're just like all dancing with like happy upbeat songs, and I just imagine everybody in Smite doing that.
Yeah.
And hold on, let me just bring up the opening for you so you can
Oh,
understand.
God.
But go ahead, say one of your plot concepts as
Okay, so what's gonna happen? How this is gonna go is, we're each gonna pitch a Smite TV show and pitch different ideas for it, and then we'll discuss it and see what could make the best show.
Okay.
So I'm gonna start off with mine. So the way it is that sort of there's overarching stories and stuff, but sort of each season will focus on different people, really.
Mm-hmm.
And the first season is going to be very much like a basic hero's journey type introduction to the world of Smite. Not all the gods will be there. Like, we won't introduce like every single element. So, season 1, the protagonist would be Naja.
Yeah, Naja's my boy.
Yeah, Naja's your go-to guy. And for those who don't know, Naja is this Chinese deity guy. He is a child god. He was born into innocence, and the way I have it is that he is this deity that was born to two...
You say deity? I say deity.
I don't know. I've just always said deity.
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 Day.
I'm Googling it.
Alright, fine. You and your Googles. But anyway, so Naja's the protagonist. And the way that I see the season 1 starting, you factor in his backstory where he was carried by his mother for 3.5 years. And both of his parents are humans. And he's born to human parents in this village and all that. And he's born to innocence. And he's this child god. He doesn't really know the extent of his powers and all that. He's just, he's just sort of hanging out. He's like, I like my world and my family and all that. And then, oh, what are you doing?
I'm trying to listen to... Ah, fuck you, English version of how to say it. Okay, so there's an English and an American version. You're saying the English version, I'm saying the American version.
Really?
Yeah.
Anyway, so he's just enjoying life in his village, and then suddenly, bunch of disasters. Turns out the village refused to pay tribute to the evil dragon god known as
Ao Kuang.
Ao Kuang. Yes, Ao Kuang.
Ao Kuang.
My mighty sword.
Mighty sword!
Mighty sword. Anyway.
That is Naja, essentially.
So Naja, yeah, that factors in his backstory.
He's like, I'm gonna fight you, and then, no.
Well, the thing
Naja
is,
was sacrificed.
yeah,
as
well,
a tribute.
but let me pitch my TV show.
Alright, go ahead.
So, the thing is, he decides to go on a journey. Like, his entire village and family dies in that flood, and all the other stuff. Shit!
Your phone fell.
My phone fell.
Yep.
So his entire world is essentially destroyed with that. So he has really no course of action other than, hey, I'm gonna find Ao Kuang and I'm gonna defeat him in battle. I'm gonna avenge my family. So the main thrust of the first season is his sort of journey. And on the way, he finds Geb.
He dies, right? Naja.
I know, I'm getting to that.
Okay, but he doesn't have any of it. He's not immortal yet.
I know.
He doesn't even have a spear.
I know.
He doesn't even have it. He's just a normal
Let
boy.
me pitch my TV show. I'm trying to tell the story as it goes along.
Oh, okay.
I'm not going to tell the final episode of the first season just like that.
You mean the final episode?
God damn it. Fine. Okay.
I'm kidding, Brooks.
God.
Hey, come here. Give me
No,
a hug.
no, you don't get.
Hug it out. Do you remember how we solved problems? We hugged them out. We hugged them out. I apologize, Brooks. I just wanted to make sure I got your facts straight because Naja's my boy. You know that.
I know.
You know Naja's my boy.
I'm trying to work here.
All right, go ahead, work. Good.
Okay.
Go ahead. I'll just hold you.
On his journey,
Yeah.
he meets up with Geb, who becomes like his friend. And he also meets up with Artemis, and that's going to be sort of the trio of the main cast.
So one guy, one girl, one indeterminable rock monster.
Yes,
Okay.
It's the classic. So they find each other for different reasons, and they decide to help Neja on his journey, and it goes through that, and that's the main thrust of the series. While this is happening, you see it cuts to this, kind of a shady type area.
Yeah.
And everything. And Zeus shows up, and he's just like,
Zeus.
He's like, who's here? And Odin's just
While he's flexing, because
he's
Zeus is voiced by Armstrong from Full Metal Alchemist.
and Piccolo. And
Piccolo. Yeah, but
Vegeta.
Full Metal Alchemist.
Anyway, so he shows up, and then he's just like, who's here? And then Odin's just like, I'm here. And then, like, the way it is, it's Odin, Zeus, Ra, Chak, Ravana, and Alquang. One representative from each pantheon in Smite. Except for a very specific one, which I'll get to later.
Hindu?
No, Hindu's there with Ravana.
Right. Yeah, I didn't think.
So they all meet, and then Odin's just like, I'm glad you guys can meet. You see, the thing is, I've kind of been talking to the Norse version of the oracles, and, it's kind of distressing, because it says that this huge war between the gods is going to occur sometime soon. And it's just going to be this huge fight, and, because the gods haven't... The way the world in my Smite TV show is that in the old days, each pantheon had a separate world, and then they went to battle with each other, and a bunch of gods died in a huge event that brought all the worlds together and essentially smashed them into one connected world between the pantheons. And since then, the pantheons haven't really fought each other. I mean, they've had their own fights, then they fought like other people, like a fight between the Greek gods and the Titans factors into season 2 and everything. But essentially they haven't fought each other. And Odin thinks that something's going to happen to make the gods fight each other again, and that's going to bring about the end of the world. And what he's like seeing is sort of Ragnarok.
Okay.
And all that. And that's what he's being foretold by the oracles. And when he says this, Zeus is just like, well, it's funny that you say that, because I'm actually really worried right now. I was going to tell you guys about this. Hades has gone missing.
Oh,
yeah.
shit.
I went to the underworld recently to visit Hades because I haven't heard from him in a while. And he's not there. And no one knows where he is. And all that. He's gone. He's just gone. And everything. And the other guy...
What happened to the underworld while Hades was gone?
It's... I don't know. It's still operating.
Okay.
I think he would put someone else in charge of it.
Okay, so then somebody else would know where Hades is?
I don't know.
He'd be like, yeah, I'm gone for a bit. And then...
Well, no, I
I
think
guess they wouldn't know where he was.
No, Hades just disappears. I'm saying that Zeus would maybe put someone else in charge of it while he's gone.
Like
and
hell.
Yeah, well, no, that's the Norse.
Yeah,
the gods don't really interact with each other except for this meeting. So they're all meeting up, and they're just like, yeah, Hades is gone, and all that we're hearing these different stirs and everything. It's weird, and everyone's like talking about different stuff that's happening, and Alquang's just sort of on the side. He's like, yeah, that's weird. That's weird that this stuff is happening. And what you don't find out there, but you find out later, is that he's teamed up with Loki, and they're planning on taking over the pantheons of the gods and everything. Because Alquang is kind of power hungry, and he wants to take over the realms of the other pantheons.
All right.
And he's using Loki to help him, because their plan is they're going to resurrect dead deities to help them. Ymir.
Okay.
Hang on, I had a list.
Oh, you had a list of deities that were already dead?
Yeah, deities that are dead. They're dead, like, when factoring in the mythologies that like they are contributing to, like in taking bits and pieces from all of them.
Oh, okay.
Basically, the ones that have died in the past, I'm going to be like, yeah, and the evil ones.
Okay.
They're going to be like, okay, we're bringing these back. All that. So it's Ymir, it's Bakasura, I think Kabrakan was a dead one, and he could bring that back, and he's also evil. So
Kabrakan was evil?
Kabrakan's evil, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. And like different evil gods that have died in battle in the past.
Oh, okay.
He's going to bring back. And the thing is, they've kidnapped Hades because of his connection to the underworld, and they believe that he may be able to help them do that. And Hades, unlike in a lot of pop culture, he's not actually evil, so he's like kind of refusing to help them out.
Okay.
And everything. But so that's what their secret plan is, and those two like threads go through along with the Neja story because of Alquang's plan and what he's doing to resurrect the evil gods in order to build up an army essentially to take over the other pantheons, and the council sort of investigating it. And what they do is, okay, we need to find Hades because this is weird and we need him back. So we're going to send out, so Zeus is just like, I'm going to send out my best hunter, Artemis. I'm going to send her out and she's going to track down Hades. And when she's trying to track down Hades, that's when she meets up with Neja and
Could she be
Geb.
riding her boar the whole time? I think that'd be funny. She's just riding a boar, just like casually.
I don't know, maybe. So they go on the journey, and they have different episodes where you meet a few different gods, and they come across the different minions of Ao Kuang trying to resurrect the gods and all that. Eventually, they resurrect a whole team of gods, and the three, like Naja, Artemis, and Geb, they team up with two other gods. So essentially, the finale is going to be a 5-on-5 fight.
Whenever there's a fight scene, I imagine the gods are kind of the same size as humans, but then when they fight, it's kind of like that Power Rangers-esque. They grow a couple stories, and then they continue their fight.
Right.
Because that's to show their godly power.
But, yeah, maybe they could do stuff like that.
Because
in
Smite, they're taller.
I imagine in the episode before the season finale would be the one when Neja is put in a situation where he has to sacrifice himself to Ao Kuang.
Okay.
He, like, maybe to save his friends' lives or something like that. And, like, no, don't do it. He's like, well, I have to do it, you
I'm
know?
not a god.
Yeah,
Yet.
yeah, because Naja isn't even a god, really, because, like, and then he sacrifices himself to save the lives of others and everything. And then because of his noble act, he becomes a deity, and then he's brought back in the season finale, and he's like, okay, now we can fight. And they fought.
And he uses his sash, and then he does his four, and then Ao Kuang's like, you can't stop me, I'm a mighty dragon, and then he just spears him.
He defeats Ao Kuang, and they defeat the other gods, and everything's restored. And the council finds out about, and they're just like, hey, congratulations, everyone. And then everyone just, at the end of season 1, everyone just sort of goes their separate ways. Now, something interesting in season 1 that won't come back for a few seasons is that Ao Kuang and Loki, while they were like searching for dead gods, they think they may have found something like deep within like a deep layer of hell.
Okay.
And everything. They're just like some ancient type of evil or something.
Okay.
And that doesn't factor in until later. Season 2. There was a very specific pantheon not represented in the council with a Zeus and
Is
Odin.
there always
and
2
all that.
seasons, or do you got like an 8-season thing going?
4.
4 seasons of this?
Well, I have, okay, season 1 is the most plot, season 2 has a bit of plot, and then I just have concepts for season 3 and 4.
Because I'm like, alright, Brooks.
See, like, Odin thought he was seeing Ragnarok and everything, but he wasn't. He was seeing like something else, or maybe
Tuesday's Chili
he
Night.
was connecting it to something else, and then it's just like, hey, so season 2, there was a pantheon not represented in the council, and that was the Roman gods, because they don't exist yet.
What about the Egyptian gods?
Oh, they were there with Ra.
Oh, okay.
Ra was there.
Okay.
So
Ra.
the Roman gods didn't exist during season 1. But that, like, the thing is, before the show started, there was a war between the Greek gods and the Titans.
Okay.
The Titans came back and they tried to take over in this huge war, and a bunch of gods died.
Mm-hmm.
So, and then through season 1, you hear hints about it, and Artemis is like connected to it, and she's like really upset over it and all that. And in season 2, the Roman gods show up, and I noticed something in Smite that there's no repeats because there's no Jupiter in the Roman gods, there's no Pluto because you have Zeus and Hades and all that.
Right.
The Roman gods show up. They are reincarnated versions of the Greek gods who died in that war. No one knows why they're back, and they have no memory of their previous lives, and they try to start their own pantheon, and there's conflict between the Greek gods and the Roman gods, and basically they're going to go to war with each other, and the other pantheons get sort of dragged into it, either trying to stop it or trying to stoke it on and everything for their own like reasons. And because Artemis is a Greek god, she's like heavily involved, and she's really a focus on it. And Neja and Geb are sort of like supporting characters now because their story is pretty much done in season 1 and everything. So now you can focus more on other characters and all that. And this huge battle between like all the different gods and all that. So and this is what Odin thought he saw when he saw like Ragnarok and everything. He's just like, oh, this is the war between everyone that's going to destroy the world. It doesn't end up. You can kill off a bunch of gods in the battle and everything. Season 3. That ancient evil was actually Alpwash.
Oh.
Because I read up on his lore, and he's pure evil.
Yes.
He exists on a very low level of hell. And basically, Ao Kuang and Loki's efforts to go into the different underworlds and resurrect different gods, it sort of started to awaken Alpwash. And then over the course of season 2, he wakes up, and now he's the main like villain in season 3. He's bringing destruction to the world. And the way I imagine it, it's Alpwash versus the other gods of death. from all the other
Ooh,
pantheons.
so Anubis, Hades,
Thanatos.
There's another one, isn't there?
I think Hell would get involved.
Yeah, hell would.
Yeah. And basically, yeah, all the different gods of death versus Alpwash. And that would be season 3. And then season 4 would be Ragnarok.
All right.
Yeah, and that would be the destruction of the world. And I didn't really come up with other seasons, but, those are...
Well, I mean, you got yourself an actual full-fledged, like, action story thing. And meanwhile, I'm thinking, what series could I make that would rack in the most money and I'd have to put the least amount of... What?
You said rack.
Rack in the most money.
Rake in the most money.
Rack in the most money.
That's not correct.
Are you sure? Anyway, I'm going to rack in some money. And you see, you put a rack up on a shelf, and then you just throw money at it. Now you're racking in some money. Because you got so much money, you're just throwing it at a rack. Because that doesn't make any sense. Don't fuck with me, Brooks.
Zach, it's okay. I'm sorry I got nettled for you spoiling my series.
It's, Brooks.
Listeners, I'm hugging Zach
I
now.
can feel the hug.
I'm hugging it. I'm hugging it. I'm pressing in on the neck, listeners. I'm pressing in.
Brooks, I can feel
Spoiling my season, the big reveal of Neja sacrificing himself. God. Anyway, it's not a big
Naja
deal.
is a god now, I guess.
It's not a big deal.
Okay.
Anyway, continue. I'm curious to hear what you came up with.
So, the way I would kind of set it up is completely drop the whole they're gods thing. They're still their characters, as they are in Smite. Except now they're in high school. And,
Okay.
And you've got I'm gonna try to keep the same protagonist. You gotta have someone who's uppity, willing to make friends with everybody, kind of has his little sad moments here and there. So we got high school version of Tyr.
Oh.
And so he's the guy. He's the one who's always trying to, bring justice, kind of keep peace a little bit here and there. And you got, like, the high school bullies. So you got yourself, like, oh, geez, who's a high school bully? Yeah, Apwash, like you said. I'm going to say Odin and Zeus are, like, the seniors who are kind of chill. They're kind of laid back a little bit.
Yeah.
But just the first couple episodes are just kind of chill. Like, all the gods kind of associating with each other, kind of having a good time.
Yeah.
And, and you're like, oh, that... And there's like a couple gods. They never really say their names at first, but you just see them. And like you see this girl who's like she's on her phone and she's just got like this little boar keychain on. And you're like, that's probably Artemis.
That's Artemis.
And then a couple episodes later, she just go, yeah, sup, I'm Artemis. And you're like, oh fuck, we called it. And there'd just be a couple other gods. You're like, who's that one? I don't know who that is. And it's just a great time. And let me bring up the Lucky Star opening for you.
Oh, the Lucky Star opening?
So you can see what I'm trying to go for. Listeners, you can do this as well.
I'm going to probably just, take out this audio and put in the actual theme song for the episode.
The theme song
for Lucky Star, I'm going to, so they're not listening to phone quality. They're listening to the actual thing.
I don't know if you can do that. I mean, I was just going to say cut because I don't know if there's copyright.
Oh, whatever. Just show it to me.
Alright, here.
I may just play 15 seconds of it.
Can you imagine all the Smite gods doing this?
I've seen this opening.
See, just imagine Hades, like Alpwash, Zeus, like that one's totally Zeus right there. See, you're totally.
Which one's the star?
Yes.
Is that Lucky or is that Star?
But see, you just got like all of them doing this really weird thing. Like, what the fuck's happening now? And then the video freezes, and you just got like all the you got like Artemis, you got Geb just like crashing through,
like rolling by.
And like, what the fuck's happening? You just like what the fuck? And you got Baztet right there. You got Neath.
Is that Aphrodite in the back?
They're all Aphrodite.
Oh, they're all Aphrodite? Oh, cool.
And you have all the, tears right back there in the cheerleading outfit. Oh, yeah, that's great.
Is that Alpwash?
Yeah, they're all Alpwash.
I thought they were all Aphrodite.
And that can be the minions just flying through the air.
Ragdolling.
Yeah. And see, look, that's a Smite kind of look if you just change it a bit.
Yeah.
Have a gold fury flying.
That was just a picture of stars.
Yeah, see, it works
with
then.
no animation whatsoever.
Look, all right, you're right. But yeah, and then that's how I would make my series. And it would just be a bunch of, there's not really a main character except Tyr. I imagine it'd kind of be a little bit like Scrubs because you'd have it starting with the protagonist, and then maybe it can jump to a different protagonist.
Yeah.
You never know. It'd have a fun time. But I can't remember what else was I saying before it cut off.
Yeah, I don't know either. But yeah, and the way I imagine my series, you get an episode or two just like as a flashback to a god's backstory. Especially Geb. That would be a sad episode.
Oh God, poor Geb.
Poor Geb. He'd be like the lovable, like giant rock
Oh,
character.
that reminds me. In my episode, Ho Yi and Chang-ah would just be that weird couple who makes out in the background for a while. And you're like, who? Guys, get a room! And then eventually,
They did.
the father, like, you would see in the background of an episode, like, it'd be so insignificant that the person would probably not catch it the first couple times they watch the episode, but then they would see, like, the father of Chang-ah scolding the Ho Yi and, like, dragging Chang-yi away. And, like,
And then her 8 older brothers just show up.
and then start beating the shit out. And then Ho Yi beats the shit out of all of them. But then for the rest of the episodes, it's in the background still. You just see Ho Yi by himself. Because Chang-ah moved away, and you're like, aw, bruh, I feel sad now. But then it's okay, because as that was happening, you get a joke about, I don't know, how Tyr lost his hand. I don't know. He can't have a hand.
A horrible car accident.
I don't know. It'd have to be something really weird.
Something.
Maybe a birth defect?
Did his fellow student Fenrir bite it off accidentally?
Oh, Christ. There needs to be a school mascot, Fenrir, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be great. When he was younger, bit his hand. I don't know. How would that... fuck it. Yeah, we'll try something.
Yeah.
All right, listeners, you hear that? Whoever can draw a comic of, I don't know, high school version of Smite characters, that'd be great. And then my second idea for the series, Dragon Ball Z, Ginyu Force, except with Smite gods.
Nice. Which is essentially what we do.
That's exactly what we do. We color coordinate and everything, and
Yeah.
it's the best.
Okay.
So, does that wrap it up for this episode?
If that was your concept, then
That was my concept.
sure. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot.
We'll print it. We'll get it back to the drawing board, and then we'll lock it in a vault and never produce it.
I'm glad. I was worried that you were gonna come up with something similar to mine, and I'm glad it was different.
The second you made up your thing, I was like, yeah, I can see this happening. Now, what happens if we take it in a completely different direction?
Yeah, and that makes it interesting.
And see, if you think about it, like, it's not something that, like, diehard fans are going to be like, oh, that was such a stupid plot. You're watching it because it's stupid.
Yeah.
You're like, look, I know there's not really a plot to it, but it's fun to see how these characters
What
are
they
gonna
should
interact.
do is have both series go simultaneously. So if people don't like the stupid plot, they can just watch the other one. If people don't like the other one, just watch the high school.
That's also bad for views, I guess, because then all the people who would potentially be watching one of them is now watching the other one.
But if they're both on the internets.
That's true.
yeah.
All right, yeah.
Or like if you said web series, mine could be like one on just TV, and yours would be one that runs online.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'd do that. Okay, so what's been going on in your life?
Chroma Squad.
Chroma Squad. because the Humble Bundle came out.
Yeah,
again.
Humble Bundle.
It gave us Besieged, Rust, Chroma Squad.
No, it gave us Banished, not
Banished. It gave me Besieged last month. That's right.
Right.
Banished, Rust, Chroma Squad. Some really weird neon German game.
I think I've heard of it. It's some kind of stealth game.
Yeah, it looks different.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
And Payday, but we have Payday.
Yeah, we have Payday. I had Company of Heroes too.
Yeah.
So-
but there's also a demo for a different one. Like, there's like, hey, here's a sneak peek for this demo.
Oh yeah, I noticed that. I didn't download that.
I didn't either, but I kind of want to play it because I don't know what it is.
But Chroma Squad.
Chroma Squad's awesome.
Chroma Squad's the best. Mainly for a number of reasons, but a big reason
should
is
we do a separate episode on Chroma Squad?
we
Squad
should
Power
we
Rangers?
should eventually, but we can still talk about it
Okay.
here. It's basically literally the tagline is inspired by Power Rangers. As soon as Zach told me about that, I'm like, yes.
Yes, I'm into it.
Yes!
I'm ready.
Yes! I'm all for go.
But with Chroma Squad, you play as a bunch of the stunt actors for Power Rangers, essentially. And your director's kind of a dick, so you decided, we're going to make our own studio. So you take your costumes, leave, and you go to an abandoned warehouse that your uncle owns, and you start your own production company.
Yeah. The thing that I like about it, it's both like a Power Rangers RPG and a TV RPG, where it's about making a TV show.
It reminds me a little
I
bit
really
of
like that aspect.
Game Dev Tycoon.
Yeah, I got that feeling too.
Game Dev Tycoon, Fire Emblem for me, but with the whole theme of Power Rangers.
Yeah, I'm like, I love it. I love it so much.
I'm probably gonna go home and play more of it.
Yeah.
I just finished season 2.
You just finished season
Yeah,
2?
it's-
I'm getting towards the end of season 1.
All of it's great because they even have the mech fights in it, and it's just so much fun.
Yeah.
God. And you can customize your everything. Like,
Yeah.
customize who your characters are, what their names are, what you want them to say when they transform into their Power Ranger suits.
I'm going to have 2 playthroughs. One where I come up with an actual Power Rangers team, and another one which I'm going through right now where it's all jokes. It's all just joke stuff. Justice Jumanji all the way. That's the name of my squad.
What's the name of your mech?
Fuckbot 5000.
Mine's the Amuzenga.
See, and the thing that they shout in order to call the mech is, "What's that? Is that a robot? Ah, shit!" That's literally what I typed in as the like,
Oh, man,
and they say that every time.
Now I'm thinking of Amazenkab in my high school Smite thing, and
How would that be?
I just imagine that weird kid who, like, I'm thinking of the generic Japanese school, like, because that's how you
Right,
remember-
yeah.
So there's obviously like the botany garden or whatever, like you see all the insects in there, and he just spends most of his days in there, just like, oh my babe.
Have you read his backstory on Smite, on like the Smite page and everything?
Oh shit! I hit the thing. No, isn't he like
There's, like, it's really ambiguous. I want to read up more like actual sources, but just going off of the Smite description of the lore.
Wipe your chin. You got a hair or something? I don't know what that was. It's still on your lip. I don't know. It's fuzz. Do one of these. All right, maybe you got it. I don't know. Anyway, it's gone now.
Okay, that's weird. Yeah, but I read it, just going off the lore page in the Smite game off of Amazon Cab. It's actually kind of a really interesting backstory, because in the Mayan mythology, there were 4 gods, 4 ancient like beings that held up the sky.
Yeah.
But then they quit and disappeared, and then there was chaos, and then they got new ones, and then like Amazenkab just sort of showed up, and he's just like, hey, and then no one really knew his backstory, and then it's implied that he's actually one of the like one of those ancient beings that held up the sky, and he ran away and escaped, and then came back as Amazenkab
Really?
and everything.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so like I would imagine maybe an episode for my TV show would just be like Amazenkab would show up. He'd be one of the supporting characters you don't really know about, and then there's an episode detailing his backstory, and it's just him with the responsibility, and then he abandons it for whatever reason, and he goes through like this journey, and then he comes back, and he's like, hey, and then he's just like,
He leaves, goes to another universe where he's just a high school kid
Yeah.
playing with a bunch of bees, and he's like, I should probably go back.
what
to
if
my
that's
job."
the connection? What if that's the connection between
We
the
do
two?
it.
Is
We
that
do
it's
it.
not like
We pull a Rick and Morty.
it's the actual god. It's not the high school version of the gods. It's the actual god Amazenkab
Yep.
in the high school. He's just like, I'm just gonna hang out here for a while. Okay, now I'm gonna go
He's
back.
an exchange student.
And then in my TV show, he makes random references to it, and no one knows what he's talking about it. It's just like he's like he's hanging out with
There's the
Neja.
culture festival.
He's hanging out with Neja, and he's just like, hey, we gotta count up how much supplies we have. And he's like, oh, I hate math. I had a really bad statistics teacher. And he's just like, wait, what? What?
Sorry, never mind. Get
Never mind. Go back.
All right, but I think we're on a high note to end the episode off then.
Yeah.
So I guess we'll end it off as we always
You
end
want
it
to
off.
do your plugs first?
Oh, plugs. Yep. At Brave Snuggles on Twitter.
At
100
Squeezy McCheesy and at 100 Years Pod.
Yep, and Pinterest at Brave Snuggles.
Yeah.
That's it. That's
We
really
got
it.
we also have our email if you wanna send us a letter. You can do it at Brooks and Zach 100 Years at gmail.com.
That's one I keep forgetting. So there's only 5 things we need to plug.
Right.
Let me get that.
And then if you're listening on iTunes, check out our SoundCloud. If you're listening on SoundCloud, check out our iTunes. Maybe give us some reviews. 5 stars.
5 stars.
Or less.
7 stars, like the Dragon Balls.
Yeah, like this beautiful, beautiful Dragon Ball that I was given as a gift. Now I have to find something really cool to get you.
No, you don't. I mean, look, if I would have gotten you a Christmas gift and said, hey, Brooks, make sure you give me something back, I would have said, hey, Brooks, I'm going to get you a Christmas gift. Give me something cool back. But I didn't. I just gave you the Dragon Ball.
Still, I'll think of something. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, maybe not ever. But,
Matches is going to get the 3-star Dragon Ball since he has the 3 stars tattooed on his arm, so I figured that fits.
Who's getting the Gohan Ball, the 4-star?
4-star, I'm going to give that to White Dragon.
Really?
Probably because, I call him White Dragon.
Okay,
He's going away to Thailand for 7 months. And I'm
Oh,
like,
so the Dragon Balls are dispersing
yeah,
around the
they
world.
are going across the world, and I think that's gonna be hilarious.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, let's
Okay, do your sign off the same one you do all the time.
Same way we go all the time. All right, so we're gonna put our hands together, and we're gonna say that prayer we always say. We say, "Dear Amazengab," and then we let our hands go, as if the prayer itself separated in our hands, and we look at the little fragments, the broken prayer that we could have sent up, making our dreams come true, but it didn't. In any case, we look down at the empty plate in front of us, the empty plate that's plastic, because we can't afford real ones, not real china. We tear the plate in half, and we go, Brooks and Zach, 100 years. Thanks for listening, everybody. It's been a good episode.
See ya.
What?